From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your evening update.
Mostly sunny across the Tennessee Valley on this Tuesday, but man, was this a hot day out there, and we'll continue to see hot temperatures through the next few days with heat index values up into the 105 to 110 range the next few afternoons. Temperature got up to 93 degrees this afternoon at the Lawrenceburg Airport after a morning low of 61. Those dew points came up this afternoon, though, into the 70s. No rainfall today. There may be a thunder shower tomorrow afternoon, but better rain chances come for the second half of the weekend, weekend ahead. First off, before we get to the forecast, we do have a heat advisory in place starting for our Wednesday and then continuing on. It covers all of the viewing area here for heat index values of 105 to as high as 110 at times across the area. So be sure to stay hydrated as you have to be outside the next couple days. It's certainly going to be hot. Not anything we haven't seen before, but that doesn't make it any less important for you to pay attention to your body outside the next couple days. Partly cloudy skies this evening. We'll stay partly cloudy overnight and with a gusty southerly wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour, keeping that lower atmosphere mixed. We're not going to get out of the mid to upper 70s for overnight lows. Futurecast trying to show a sprinkle or two across the area toward daybreak. I'm not completely sure that's going to happen. Can't rule it out completely, but that's probably overdone a little bit. I do think there will be a couple of isolated thunder showers across the area during our Wednesday afternoon as we warm up into the middle 90s with partly cloudy skies. Notice they are very random in placement and pop up and isolated, so I can't tell you one specific town. Yes, you will see rain. No, you won't, but just know a couple of isolated thunderstorms likely to be out there during the afternoon and the early evening, and then falling back into the mid to upper 70s once again Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And then the 4th of July, frontal boundary gradually sinks down into the Tennessee and Ohio valleys, and that gives an elevated chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms here. We'll have to watch that, how long they last into the evening. That may try to interfere with fireworks a little bit towards sunset and afterwards on Thursday night. We'll see how that goes. It's about a 50-50 shot of rain for any one location. Even better rain chances come as we head into Friday afternoon, especially Friday evening as the front draws closer to the area. Showers and thunderstorms will be likely. And then the front stalls near us over the weekend. We'll have southwest flow aloft here with multiple disturbances. Still a moisture-rich atmosphere, so rounds of scattered showers and thunderstorms right on through the weekend into early next week. Daytime highs here in the mid-90s the next couple days. Heat index values over 105. We do start to relax that a little bit as we head into the weekend and early next week. We're watching the tropics very carefully. We have powerful Hurricane Beryl moving through the Eastern Caribbean here. It was a Category 5 hurricane earlier today and last night, and it's not too far from that now. Here's the latest advisory as of 4 p.m. Central Time this afternoon. Maximum sustained winds were still 155 miles per hour, so just below Category 5 intensity is an upper end. Category 4 moving west-northwest at 22 miles per hour. Here's the latest track making landfall on the northern Yucatan coast early Friday morning as a hurricane and then moving out into the south central and southwestern Gulf. Exactly where it moves off the Yucatan will be very important to the long-range track, and there's a lot of question marks with that long-range track. Now, as I say that, I do want to make it clear that we do not expect landfall potential on our part of the northern Gulf Coast or down around through the Florida Panhandle. Places like Mobile, Gulf Shores, Biloxi, the Florida Panhandle, back into the West Coast. I don't expect a landfall threat from here. There will be an increasing rip current risk on the northern Gulf Coast as we enter the weekend from that wind flow on the outer edge of the circulation, similarly to what happened when the last little tropical storm moved through the western parts of the Gulf a couple weeks ago. But no direct landfall risk here for our part of the Gulf Coast. Where we're watching is anywhere from the Mexican coast up through the Texas coast, possibly as far north as western Louisiana. The upper Texas to western Louisiana part of that is a big question mark. The model data is hugging south central Texas to northern Mexico right now. However, there is the potential for that to try to trend northward a little bit, so we'll be watching that in the coming days. But I want to reiterate No landfall threat to places like Mobile, Gulf Shores, Pensacola, Panama City, Biloxi, or New Orleans as of how it looks with the system so far south and west. But there will be increasing rip currents, so be aware of that if you're headed down to the beach later this weekend, especially the weekend, for the rip current risk. Forecast for tonight, dropping out of the 90s into the 80s this evening, but not getting out of the mid-70s overnight with partly cloudy skies and muggy conditions. Up into the 90s once again for our Wednesday. A few isolated thunder showers possible. Thunderstorm chances still scattered, but they tick up on the 4th for Thursday. Thunderstorms likely Friday afternoon and Friday evening. And then daily chances of scattered showers and thunderstorms from the weekend into the first half of next week. There's Luke's latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for a final check of your local weather.